Hi, I'm Dr. Mike Hattabaugh of HeroMarriage.com, and stay tuned for how you can have a date night even if you can't leave your house. So you've been cooped up in your house for weeks, or you've been going to work and coming home and you don't know how to social distance and all this kind of stuff. And you're wondering, when am I going to be able to go out and have a normal date with my spouse? Or maybe you don't date. Maybe you need to have one at home anyway. Well, in this video, I want to walk through some ways and give you an example of how you can set up a date night right now in your house, make it meaningful and fun, and find that you can reconnect with your spouse and partner in just an amazing way. So I have these friends, Scott and Serena Wilson. They're longtime friends, and they recently posted on Facebook. Serena actually posted pictures of a date area. You'll see them right there. There's Scott and Serena, and there is their room that Scott built. Surprised Serena. He was in his office all day setting all that up. And so that night, he cooked supper, and they were able to go in that room, shut the door, and have their own little date. And Serena just raved about it on Facebook. So I asked permission from them to share that with you on this video. And they're good, dear friends, and what a great idea. And Scott, you were great at what you did, setting that up for Serena. And I want to walk through that. That's something that you can do right now for your spouse. And it doesn't have to cost a lot of money, but it'll set up a thing that you can do that's just really, really good. Now, many of us right now are spending a lot more time at home. Many of us have many of us, our salaries have been cut, or our time at work's been cut, or maybe the opposite. Maybe we're always working and we don't have much time at home. Well, one of the things that you can do to really connect with your spouse is to set up a date. And in this case, Scott and Serena, Scott went into his office, put curtains up, brought in a table, set the ambiance, set up all the lights, and then brought her into their date room to have a night of dinner. And they sat in there and talked and laughed and had a good time, all while their, elementary kids, some a little older, were in the house in the other room. And you can do that. So even if you have, say, a baby, you could do this, say, after they're down for the night, or you could have the baby monitor sitting on your table if you're that worried about what your kids are doing. So you have access to them, but you're not interrupted by them. You have a wall of separation between them. And right now, it is so important for you to go above and beyond in areas like this to connect with your partner. You see, a lot of us are fearful. A lot of us have new stress. We have a lot more worry. One of the things that I'm noticing about myself is I'm just a lot more tired right now. And even though it seems like I'm not doing as much, I'm more mentally and physically exhausted. Well, the same can be said for most of us. And so it's important to have things like date nights to get away from everything and reconnect. So this is a way to do that. So I wanted to show you Scott and Serena's pictures and then challenge you to do it yourself and give you a few kind of pointers on some things that you need to look for in order to make that happen. Again, your situation's different. You've got to adapt. So if you can just copy what they've done, great, copy it. But most of you are going to have to be a little different. So one of the things my wife and I are doing now is almost every day we're going outside for lunch. It's sunny and most of the time, and it's warm enough at lunchtime now that we can sit out there in our chairs and eat our lunch together and enjoy the outside and have a conversation before we go back to work after our lunch hour, since we're now both working from home. That's something that we're doing. I know couples that get up early. Another thing my wife and I are doing every day is we're going for a walk almost every day. And again, when you're doing that, it's important that you set the rules about what are you going to talk about. Is work off limits? For some people, it needs to be. For others, it doesn't need to be. Do you need to talk about something specific? Can you go back and remember things from your past that will make you smile and make you laugh? But right now, that's really important. So I wanted to give you that idea, show you Scott and Serena's setup, because I think it's wonderful. And thanks to them for letting me use that on this video, because I think it's something that you need to think about doing. If you're not doing, you need to come up wise. Feel free to ask questions down below, or if you've got pictures or ways that you've connected with your partner during this time, I'd love to hear about them. Give me pictures and posts and ideas in the bottom so we can all share those together and we can see exactly how to get through this time. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. We got some links down below that if you're interested in learning more about us, we do relationship courses. One of the things that I'm getting ready to start doing is a question of the day every day. So you can ask your partner this question and you'll learn more about them as you go along. We do online coaching right now, which has been a big hit, to just get on your phone or a video camera and we can chat over a video connection, and it's me and both of you, and we can really dig deeper into what you're doing and how we can help you come up with plans like Scott and Serena did for their date night. Also, we have a website and lots of things, fun things going on there, and a Patreon page. If you like what we're doing, appreciate you buying us a cup of coffee and supporting us that way. But thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Share us with somebody that needs to hear this information and be encouraged. And as always, I hope you have a hero marriage.